Yo guys, today I got a very special show for you. I got 4 altcoins and I'm going to show you how to buy them at absolute massive discounts. Now guys, there's no doubt about it. We're in one of the best years, right? 2024. We've had an all-time high break on Bitcoin. We've had an ETF approval on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And ultimately what we're looking for now is preparation for alt season. And I want to show you guys these altcoins and how to take advantage of these specific altcoins. These altcoins are Ethereum, Solana, MATIC, and Dogecoin XRP. So guys, happy Saturday to you all. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'm wasting time. It's going to be a great show. Remember, I'm going to show you everything I know in the space, and I'm going to teach you new things that I'm learning too. Take what I teach you, put it into your strategy, but learn to understand that you've just dipped your toes into decentralized finance, into a place where things work very differently than the normal standard world. And I'm going to bring you guys tools and new ways of trading every single time. Take the information, suit it into your lifestyle, and make a lot of money. No more wasting time. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, who's happy that we at least get a little bit of green candles these days? Like, let me know in the comments right now. I want to see it fly. Like, I want to know, is it nice to see some sort of greenness? Now, greenness is fantastic, okay? But it comes with responsibility. It comes with skill. It comes with understanding what to do with the greenness. Otherwise, you're going to get rich, poor, rich, poor, rich, poor, rich, poor. That's what crypto is designed to do. So end of the day, if you're seeing greenness now, I want you to understand what you are doing, and I want you very much to prepare on a few things. I obviously wanted you to prepare on your risk management, the amount of money you're just putting into all different tokens. The next thing I want you to understand is obviously the tokens that you're putting it in, an exit strategy, and understanding what the hell you're doing. So I want to remind you again, greenness comes with responsibility. You will make a lot of money now. You will do incredibly well within the next couple of months, but make sure you've really thought about when it plays out. I'm telling you to dream a little here. Okay, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Then what? You know, when are you getting out? What are you doing? Super, super, super important. So guys, brand new channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's go. So I'm going to start these coins for you guys. I will start off with Dusty coin. Please, in the comments right now, who supports XRP? I want to see XRP. Do you believe that this thing will do something again in life? Let's see what the charts say. So let's jump onto the chart over here. So I'm fully on weekly. I will not go down my time frames in this show. Okay, because we need to look at the higher time frame. We need to look at where are these things going over the next couple of months, you know, and ultimately for me, that's always been the best way to make money in crypto, is to take the longer sort of swings. Or what's also nice right now is if what we're noticing, if we see a little bit on Bitcoin here, and I just want to show you guys this quickly, is you see a couple of things. Let me bring my Bitcoin chart up here. Is we're having about 2-3 months to the upside, and then we have about 2 months down. 2-3 months to the upside, 2 months down. So understand that. So it's also not a bad idea that every time you see a little thing like the stocks getting to the top, you know, to start taking profits. Start taking profits, bank a bit of Bitcoin, chill. When this gets to the bottom, go take some of your Bitcoin, go buy altcoins again. Okay, so just use a very simple tool for in and out. But now we're going to look at a couple of things. So the first coin I want to chart for you guys, XRP. So XRP hasn't pumped yet, okay, but it is building up. Now I always speak about sideways creates results. You know, the longer you go sideways, you see how XRP had to go sideways here to pump that much? Okay, it's called preparation. You will see it when we're in bear markets, and you'll see it when we're in bull markets too, when the market starts to slow down. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Let's say a couple of months, markets are doing this, then it will do this, and then it will do this. Okay, the slowdown is the important. That's the accumulation. What does that mean? Offload, 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 offload. Okay, money's offloaded. Let's send it. What happens? Panic out, panic out, panic out. Now, the people that all bought up high over here get panicked out over here. Okay? And the people that get panicked out over here, the guys that were selling off over here buy all that panic all the way down. But nonetheless, the sideways is what creates it. So for me, XRP is preparing. It's preparing for a big move. If it still is what it's meant to be and still do well, I still think there's a very fast move coming. So I got 2 major plays here. I'm going to show you my analysis, and then I'm going to show you the tool and what you guys are going to be doing. So what I'm looking at now is I don't really think it's time to short this token. I don't think it's time to play too much downside on it. I would only be focusing on one direction on this, just because it's still in that phase. A lot of downside has already come. So I got 2 major pushes. In the next couple of weeks, I'm seeing a push over here to these areas to around 70 to 80 cents. And later on within the year, if we definitely start within the fast altcoin move, I'm seeing these areas over here, which is around $1.2. Now, if you want to know how I got those targets, it's quite simple. I use a thing called Fibonacci. And when you put in your Fibonacci, it looks something like this, and you click on it, there's only these settings you need for the show that I'm speaking about in specific. The 0.618, 1.618, 2.618. If you don't see it, you can just click on a box and you can type it in yourself and it will come up. Okay, then what you're going to do is all of these coins have come down for a while. So when you see it's come down and there's an area that you want to work out where are the areas you think price is going to go next, you need to take from the high to the low. So now you take a Fibonacci from there to the bottom, it gives you 618. That's called a retracement, a healthy retracement. And you could see that the last time we retraced it exactly there and exactly there. So they're very accurate. And then if the market goes into alt season or fast move, I took the higher areas, which is the 1.618, which shows all of this resistance over here. It gives me an understanding of where this could go if we go parabolic. So 1.2 and all the way to 1.8. Okay, so pretty good and not bad risk to reward of where we're at the moment. Let's look at the next one, MATIC. So MATIC is around 70 cents now. That's actually at the bottom of the wedge. So again, I'll be looking this more in favor to the upside than the downside. It's already pulled back for a while. My first major area that I'm looking at is this zone here, which is the $1.20. Okay, if I see that market start to wake up, which I think they're going to do, I think the ETH ETF is going to ignite altcoins pretty strongly. I'm looking at a push to this area over here in the couple of weeks. In a couple of months, we could see up to $2 as the initial push. And yes, there is higher targets, but those are the targets that I'm looking at the moment of $2. Now, Sheldon, why are you telling us this? Because I want to remind you again, if I'm looking at 1.3 and I'm looking at $2 as targets and we're sitting at 70, it's printing opportunities, right? It's showing that for the higher time frame, you don't have to do much. You just got to get good entry, sit on your ass, or sit on your hands, and then use your ass to sit on your hands. And then once you're done with that, you just sit and make money over the next couple of months, right? So the next one here is Solana. Now, Solana is a little bit different. Solana's obviously pumped quite a bit, but let's speak about where it can go next, right? So Solana's doing an opposite of a wedge. It's doing, I don't know what they're called, but they're the opposite, right? What does it basically mean? Is it's going up in volatility. So when you see that the wedge is opening like in this direction, it means it's getting more volatile. It's getting, it started off like this. Now it's getting like this. Do you see what I mean? It's starting to get super volatile. So Solana is definitely a token to buy on the dips and get a good areas. And it's definitely a token to sell when it goes parabolic. Okay, definitely. So my two major targets here is if we go downside, we're not in a perfect buy now, but let's speak about bearish and bullish. If we go bullish for the next week or two, I see Sol coming down to around 120, 130, that being a strong bounce point. Okay, if it goes bullish from here, I'm seeing it push to 200. Okay, if it doesn't get through it, it can always do something like this. So it gives you an idea and then maybe go, or it will get through this range. And my target is $280. It's an all-time high break. Okay. And that is the 1.618. The next one now is Ethereum. Let's obviously speak about ETH. So ETH put a fat green weekly candle, which is phenomenal. Thank you, ETH. Missed you. You're back now, which is great. So that's a fat candle. So here's my two plays on ETH. Again, maybe there's a little bit of calm down before the ETFs go live and these sort of things. Remember, these big guys also want to buy discounts. So maybe it's a pushback. If ETH gets bearish, the perfect buys for me is around $3,000, $3,200. Nonetheless, overall, we know that there might be short time frame downside on ETF. Maybe I'm not 100% sure that it will go down. But overall, this was massive for ETH. This could finally open us up to maybe a 10K ETH or 6K ETH later on, which is fantastic. So I'm glad we're finally getting there. And we have the bullish scenario, which is we pop through these highs here. We go to all-time high, little rejection, prepare and shoot through to my target, which is $6,000. So my short-term target's $4,800. My high time frame target is sitting at around the $6,000 mark, and my buy zones are sitting around $3,000 to $3,200. Okay, now that you got that information, I'm going to show you the tool how to buy these things on discount. It's called options, guys. So I'm going to be showing you Deribit. So the first thing you need to do is you need to open up a Deribit account. Go below and click the link in the description. Okay, by clicking the link, you get specials. You get a whole bunch of deals that happen by using this link that no one else gets. Okay, but plus, Deribit's a very good platform when it comes to these, because they the guys that have a couple of these options, right? So what I mean by that is you can do Bitcoin, Ethereum, MATIC, Sol, and XRP. Now, guys, we have leverage and we have options. One day, I don't think leverage will be there anymore. When there are regulations in, these sort of things, options will stay though. Options will always be there, and it's some sort of calculated leverage. Now, you got two things. You got calls and you got puts in options. Calls means you think the market's going to go up, okay? Puts means you think the market's going to go down. So what it basically means, and this is my understanding, the way I use it very simply, is you are able to maybe borrow some coins for a while. So what I mean by that is if you think the market's going to go up now, how much is it for in Ethereum? $3,700. You can't afford a full Ethereum, okay? However, you can buy an option to hold a full Ethereum for a certain period of time. Now, may this be 30 days. You'll see there's things called option dates, expiry dates. So you'll see 31st of May, you'll see June, you'll see August, you'll see all of these dates. And what you can basically do is you can predict, or you can have an idea that you think this token will go up or down by that specific date. Now, what you'll do is you buy an option. Now, option is just, it's something that's a lot cheaper, right? It's an option to hold this position for a certain period of time. Okay, and if it plays out in your favor, you make money on that entire Ethereum or that entire position, yet you only bought a very small piece of it, which is an opposite. When the expiry date comes, and let's say you are in a loss, or let's say not a loss, but it's lower than where you thought it was going to go or where you bought it from, that expiry date will expire, and you will lose that option and what you paid for it. So what that basically does is it shows you that you get your risk up front. It will say it's $70 for this option right now, okay? And if you get it low below the expiry or whatever, but by that sort of time, you will lose that $70. But if it goes correct, okay, and let's say your option is $100 now for Ethereum option, and Ethereum goes up $2,000 in that time, okay, you're going to make that 2,000 minus the 100 and what you pay for the option. I'll explain that all to you now. But you have the possibility off of $100 to make up hundreds of dollars and hundreds of percents. What's also amazing is you don't have to wait for the date to expire when you want to sell. You can go put it in the order book and say, I want to sell it now. And let's say Ethereum pumps tomorrow. You can go sell that option and make your money and get back on your return. So super powerful, guys. So go below, open up. Remember, why am I bringing this to you? Because if there's no leverage, what the hell are you going to do on the side? Like, you know, we have to start looking at the other options. Your other options is options and decentralized, you know, perps and all of these sort of things as well. Start getting used to it. Please don't wait for it to happen and then fall very far behind. So this is what it looks like, guys. Let's go here to the Deribit platform. Here we go. Here's the whole play over here. The one that you want to pay attention to. Remember, this platform also does spot and it does futures as well. Okay, so you can see all the different plays that you can play here too. You can also trade a bunch of tokens. They don't have too many tokens, but really good volume, really good. Then you have this section over here, options. You go below, you got Bitcoin options, Ethereum options, MATIC, Solana, and XRP. And you see you got a bunch of dates under them. This is the expiry dates. Okay, so what that basically means is you have a few options here. Options. Okay, you have a few things that you put into play here. You can trade options in a midterm or short-term sort of play. Okay, markets are hot now. You think in the next month we're going to have a rally. You can take options for the next month. You can also take options for the next 6 months. Where do you think Ethereum will be by the end of the year? You can start buying options now for that. Okay, which is really great. So now that I've given you analysis and I've showed you charts, you know, we can put it into play of what this means and how you can actually make really good money. So let's start off with an Ethereum option. So if you go below here on Ethereum option, you go here. Here's all the dates. Now, I don't want to go too close. I've been using a weekly chart. I want to look at around the 14th of June. Okay, I want to look at the next 3 weeks. Okay, then what you see is when you come down, you will see the prices here. Now, guys, you can buy options of price of Ethereum that's way cheaper. The only problem is the price of the option is more expensive. Okay, so you're basically coming out with the same entry price. Okay, but if you look here on the left, it's calls. Remember, this is long. You think the market's going to go up. Puts, it's short, means you think the market's going to go down. So you see the price in the middle. And then if you go to the left here, you'll see bids and asks. Bids, this is the range of the prices. So right now, you can pay $248, okay, for the price of $3,700 on the ETH. Okay. Now, the one thing that's very important to understand is in order to know what your entry price is, you need to take this price you're buying the option for and add the price that you paid for the option. So your entry price is actually $3,950. Okay. And you're saying by the 14th of June. Okay. So you always got to add this section over here. You got to add it there. If you want to buy it, again, you click on here and you can buy multiple amounts of options. But these are the people that are selling them over here. You got someone selling 62, 497 of them. You can click on that person and buy from them how many you want. You can buy here the limit and the USDT as well. This is where you buy and sell them. And it's the same when you want to sell. When you want to sell your options or anything like that, these are the sections and the parts that you'll be doing it over here. But let me show you what this means. So that means now my entry price would be $3,950. Okay, so I'm buying it a little bit higher than what it is now. Okay, the only difference though is I'm only paying $200, $250. So my entry price will be here. There we go, the big blue line. Okay, now anything above that 3,950, I'm making pure profit. So if all of a sudden ETH goes, and you're a believer like I am, that ETH's going to go to $5,000, you know, or $4,800 now in the next, 3 weeks sort of area, you're looking at the region from your entry price to there of making around, does it give me value here? Yeah, around $900 to $1,000. Okay, yet you only pay $250. So in that time, if you had to buy Ethereum right now with all your money, you're going to make that $1,000, but you have to fork out 3.7. Where here, you'll be able to pay $250 for the option now. And if it goes up in your favor, you can make $1,000 on your 250. That's a 4x. That's 400%. That's massive. And if you buy multiple of them, it's the same thing. Okay. And it's the same if you want to sell. If you're bearish, you think it's going to go down from here. You think we're going to go down here. You can buy an option now. Which is called a put. You can buy the put over here. Here's the put. If you see the price is $200. Remember, you'll take this amount and you'll minus. So your entry price is 3.5. Okay, and let's say we go down to 3,000. You will make then $500 on your $200. You can still see that the bullish side's stronger for me at the moment than the bearish side, but there's a lot of power. And again, you can now go back over here and you can go choose for the year. You can go and say, okay, I want to know about 24 December. Now, these options will be a little bit more expensive. Like, yeah, they're up to 1.7 or things like that. However, if we go anywhere near 10K or anywhere into those crazy levels, you'll end up making 100% on a lot of money. So that's a nice idea. But the big one I want to show you guys here is obviously the MATIC and Solana ones. Because I still think the Bitcoin and ETH ones are a little bit expensive, where I think these ones is where your big opportunities are. So there's one thing you do have to understand, and I want to explain this to you quickly. You basically, because Ethereum and Bitcoin are quite big when it comes to the options to buy them, okay? These altcoins are a little bit smaller. So when you see the value now of what you're buying, you're actually buying 1,000 Solana. You're either longing 1,000 Solana or shorting 1,000 Solana or longing 1,000 XRP. It's times by 1,000, okay? Just remember that. And now I'm going to jump back in and show you what exactly I mean. So if we go over here, we go, let's do the MATIC option. So I want to click on MATIC. And then what I want to do is I want to choose my date. So let's choose for the 28th of June. Okay, let's choose a month from now, more or less a month. Okay, you can see over here, and it brings it up here. So you can see there's times, these are new options, by the way. So you can see they're only busy filling up now. There's options available right now that I can buy MATIC at 0.0723. Okay, at this price here. But this, remember, this is for one. I need to take 1,000 as a minimal order. So what this basically means, guys, is by buying it at these areas over here, right? You're looking at 0.073, okay, is your price that you're buying these. Remember, you got to buy them in a bundle of 1,000. So it's equaled to around $73. Now, if you take 1,000 and you times it by the price of MATIC right now, it actually means you have a $730 position. So you are paying $73 to have a $730 position size, which means that every 10% that MATIC goes up in your favor, you are making $73. So if I go back to my analysis now, and I show you this over here, and we jump into MATIC, I'm looking from here to my red box, okay? And if we look at the percentage over here, I'm looking at the region of around 70%. Okay, so that's basically, if you take that 70% mark, you're basically saying 7 times 7, you're looking at making $500 on your $70 investment. Guys, that's massive. right? $70 right now to $500 in that play. You know, it shows you the power of it. So you're able to do the calls and the puts within these tokens. You know, if you want a long or short. Me personally, I'm long, but I'm showing you guys, if you are good chartist or someone that you know makes their own analysis, like start learning this stuff. It's super important. And you can look at the same thing with Solana. Solana will give you a little price here. Just remember to times it by 1,000. Super important. And the dates as well. So you can do Solana, you can do XRP, and you could be doing MATIC as well. So the power of this and why I'm showing this, guys, is you know, to put a lot of money into these tokens at a time is difficult. But to put small amounts and still having the power of those tokens, remember, what are you going to lose end of the day is that $70. Okay? If it doesn't go correct and it's not above that price by that specific area and things like that, you can lose the $70. What do you gain? You can gain the $500 to $1,000 if it goes into your favor. So I'm a trader and it comes down to risk to rewards. So you're able to pay a lot less money for the option to hold this token for a certain period of time, which is super powerful for me. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video as well, do me a favor, go below in the description and tell me who's done options. Who has done options? Who has succeeded in options before? And what are the options? Like, what do you guys trade? Pop this in the comments and help those who are interested in learning this stuff, the successes that you have seen and what you have been throughout these things. Guys, have a fantastic day. Much love to you all. And I'll see you guys all on the next episode. Much love.